By now, MTV Animation was scouring the netherworld of underground comics for more strange creatures with a rock and roll edge. In the Max, Sam Keith had created a fantasy that stretched from the inner city to the outback and dug deep inside a very twisted mind. And that was just the hero.
A friend of mine owns a gallery in New York, Ken Sanzel. I got a call from him, and he said there was a guy that was looking for comic books that sold, and that seemed off of the mainstream. And that's certainly all I've ever done.
What are you doing to me?
Showing you the truth.
Stop this! It hurts!
And we were able to make something using limited styles of animation and putting some computer-generated stuff at the beginning and end. People go, wow, that was a real strong beginning, and it ended real strong. I didn't notice that a lot of things didn't move and slid across the screen.
Hello, City Health, and
I did it all for you, Julie. The pain, the sex, it was all for you.
hello?
The others cry out for you, Julie Winters. Their screams of agony are the kisses that I place along your neck.
Your guy with the middle finger for a claw, nobody's gonna, this is it. This is your only chance is these guys. Try to make it happen here or do your book, but yeah, there's really no other place that would be disturbed enough to want to do that,
Get out of this car at once and finish him!
It was time for MTV Animation to rise from the primordial sludge of male fantasy and try something different, something for the girls. Daria, the brilliant former classmate of Beavis and Butt-head, was a huge hit series. The critics called it smart, sophisticated, tasteful, and grown up. The viewers watched it anyway.
You're standing on my neck. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
Daria's cool because she says what she's thinking.
Let's pledge to make Daria's dream a reality.
You mean the one where people walking down the street burst into flames?
She doesn't say what she thinks other people want to hear her say. She's not afraid to be herself, even though it costs her in popularity. And that's sort of the attitude that we have about the show, too. We weren't afraid to do what we wanted to do. And if it turned out to be unpopular, that's the way it goes. Of course, we all know now it's a huge smash, but we had no way of knowing that then.
It's based on common feelings that people feel in high school. The insecurity, how people just say things and they hurt each other without realizing it. And that's something that everyone can identify with.
Two of the answers are more rigorous than ever.
Daria, I know it's only the first week of freshman year, but I wonder if you'd consider transferring to the graduate school.
I'm not really sure I want to be a professional student.
But I don't want you to study. I want you to teach.
Well...
Not here, of course, on our Paris campus.
Oh, okay.
Superb! Now I can use your dorm room to carry on affairs with some of the more beautiful undergraduates. Thank you.
How come even in my fantasies everyone's a jerk?
We don't have 800 people screwing around with the script and it ends up being an episode of Moesha. And, you can't, that is very rare.
But we've got to maintain constant vigilance against those who would manipulate us into actions we'd never take on our own.
I'll say.
Cartoon Sushi was another showcase for new, sick, and twisted animation, only more so.
God, that is a horrible stench.
As liquid television begat Beavis, so Cartoon Sushi begat Celebrity Deathmatch, each creation siring something more terrifying. Such is the perverse lineage of MTV animation.
As some of your favorite stars beat each other senseless.
Let's get it on!
Here's a preview of coming attractions.
That one didn't qualify as a big hit in my box office, Roger. Why don't you take a look at this?
Obey my commands at all times, and absolutely no touching of each other's buttocks. Any questions?
What inspired me to do Celebrity Deathmatch was just sort of a love for of professional wrestling and the love of stop-motion animation, and I just thought that combining these two elements would make for a great series, and like nothing that's ever been done before.
Speak to me. Can you continue?
Celebrity Deathmatch is a funny, you know, it's a funny show because it sort of changes constantly, and we're constantly coming up with new ways to expand the show. So we're looking to introduce more complex storylines, continuing storylines with our main characters. We're also introducing other elements that open up the scope of the show, such as a time machine that's going to actually allow us to pull people alive or dead from any time frame in history, and that will sort of broaden the horizon of the show as well.
What an upset! I'm the king of the world!
Jerry, Dean's the cat you want to give the old 1-2-2. You dig, man?
Oh, yeah! Thank you. You're my very best friend forever.
When the moon hits your glass eye like a big pizza pie, that's... Hey, whoa!
The way that we get the puppets to move, inside each character, there's actually this little wire skeleton, and it's fully posable, and it's got the little fingers, and everything bends and moves, and we basically inject a foam mold around the skeleton, and then what you end up with is a sculpted puppet that you can move, and it'll hold its pose no matter how you bend it. The head is actually clay, though, so that way we can sculpt different types of expressions and things. And the foam allows us to move the puppet without really damaging it, and it also prevents it from melting under the hot stage lights.
And it takes down one more tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have to quarantine the ring.
So we're on the set here with Marlon Brando, who's being interviewed by Stacy Cornbread, who's our resident celebrity interviewer. So basically, the way we work here is, we've got a standard 3-chip video camera, and that captures all the animation, and the animation is actually captured digitally right into our little computer systems here. That allows us to sort of preview the work as we go, preview the animation as we go, and so we can check and see that everything is going smoothly. To my knowledge, there's never been an animated TV series done this way, ever. I think this is something of an animation first.
I'm Nick Diamond. And I'm Johnny Gomez. We'll see you next week. Good fight, good night.
Animation will always have a future at MTV. Continuing in the tradition, we'll be premiering new episodes of Celebrity Deathmatch next Thursday at 10 p.m. Animation is the most rebellious of the arts, breaking the rules of logic, time, and molecular biology. When so many possibilities rest in the hands of young sociopathic animators, there's no end to the potential trouble they can cause.
Oh, did you see that? What a riot!